Greetings, everybody. We are live. Yes, I know you can't see me there. That is the reason for that. I've made a slight alteration to our layout this evening because certain peoples will not be present in tonight's scene. So, don't really have any other announcement apart from make sure you return to us on Wednesday for some more Curse of Strahd, and tomorrow for some New World, and again on Thursday. But without any further ado, I'll turn it over to our storyteller and our characters. We head into the next episode, I believe episode 4 of Vampires of Melbourne, Blood and Belief.
Excellent. You are correct. It is season 2, episode 4. And last session we played was still part of the Masquerade Ball. The Hounds were all there at this Masquerade Ball, actually. The discussion was had about the sword with the team in the VIP lounge. They discussed that sword and what was to happen next with it. Jaxon and Aaron, I believe, disagreed over this, leaving Jaxon wandering away from the rest of the coterie. The others continued conversing and planning nicely and happily in that VIP section of the luxury yacht. Pip asked his question about the oven to Vicky Lucas, otherwise known as Sylvia Plath. She gave him a little story explaining the event, and meanwhile Zane hung out at the bar contemplating or brooding what he was going to be doing. Echo and Aaron went to Echo's private quarters to take a call and met a surprise as one of her friends, Isaac Graves, was there. Whilst plans were made and gifts were exchanged, Zane received a message about his business. He also received messages about one Jonathan Phillips of the Sabbat. During this time, Aaron also received some messages from June about his knife and a video of some fancy motorcycle riding. During this time, while this was going on, Mr. Spencer had a text from one of his people saying that Van Diemen was to contact him on the ship tonight. So Jax without Jax engaged with Sophia Hall, eventually luring her back to Echo's office. In the office, the Hounds quickly attacked Sophia, with Echo projecting a dark cloud. The Malkavians were blinded and eventually used their abilities to sort of get around there, whilst the Tremere, hiding in his closet, prepared his weapon. Aaron fired his gun with the newest acid rounds, and he fired directly at Sophia, glancing her neck. This allowed Isaac then to grab her and slice her throat. Echo was able to stab one of the guards with a poison pen, and within a minute or two, the Hounds had murdered them all. As they were cleaning up, well, they pretty much finished cleaning up the room. Wasn't long past then, and a woman was heard screaming from the lower deck. A scream was heard, and a woman headed up to the lower deck. Guards approached and pounced as this woman attacked a nearby man, and these guards fired their guns, and that was where we left you guys. But at the beginning here, we just have a little bit of laundry to air out. Mr. Graves and Peggy. Echo. Isaac said he'd sort up the mess. He'd clean it up, with his Tremere tricks, basically, which he was left doing as you guys headed to the window. But what happened with Peggy?
I'm going to rush over to Isaac and take him by the shoulders and say, I need you to get that woman that was just here, Peggy, and get her out of here, get her somewhere safe. And I'll contact you through the necklace later.
And you've seen Peggy was a pretty drunken mess, and she stumbled out the door only minor moments before the scream from the downstairs area. So, with that in tow, Isaac grabbing Peggy and heading away after the cleanup, and the rest of you looking through the window, seeing the action down on the main deck. This brings us to pretty much midnight on Wednesday evening, Wednesday night, crossing into Thursday morning. This is the cusp of a new day. Our hounds, as I said, watching from the VIP section of this boat, as all this has happened within a few seconds. I'll give you all a chance to do something as you have seen what is going on.
I would have taken down the cloud when I did that with Isaac. So
I believe
you guys
you've
can
taken
see.
it down already. Yep.
Yeah. Is everybody okay? Because we got to keep moving.
I'm all good, but who invited her?
And I assume Aaron's talking about the lady on the lower deck who's just attacked a man.
Who? What? Where? When? How? Who is that?
The bookman left.
You hear two gunshots from downstairs. As two, you can see some of the guards, Echo, as you're about to speak, some of the guards are pulling the crowd back. 3 or 4 of them sort of pushing the crowd back. 2 of them have moved forward and taken 2 shots at this woman. You can all see now the guns don't seem to faze her. She glares at the guards through that heavy, wet hair. She stops attacking the man on the ground as he's clearly still alive, holding his neck. Echo, you can carry on what you're saying.
Saying, I need you to actually help. I need help. We need to get down there before the entire ball is eaten.
And what do you want me to do? Stare at her?
Find me a Toreador with Mesmerize. Can you do that?
The guns go off again as the guards shoot. She snaps her attention to them now and quickly moves to the guards. All the lights on the deck flickering as she moves forward like a wave of death. Her voice rasps as she grabs one guard in her hand, and this is all happening as you guys move. I'll give you another chance in a second. The first guard she grabs by the neck, lifts, and he's on his tiptoes, drops his weapon and starts going. Aah! The other guard she looks at, points to, in a raspy, drowning voice, she says, "Overboard." And as you're all rushing to what you're doing, you see this one guard just turns and simply walks off the edge of the boat into the water with a splash as mist drifts more over the boats. Right, I'm going to go through you one at a time. Zane, what are you doing?
Has no idea.
Zane, well, you are standing there confused.
Zane's confused.
Aaron, what are you doing?
I guess we're taking this chick out now. Taking a shot with the acid round at her.
Okay. You pull the gun out, or you still have it out. Take the shot. Pip, are you doing anything while this is happening? Yes.
Unseen passage.
Okay, unseen passage.
Rouse
4.
4 successes.
Nice successes. Make your rouse check, Pip.
Yep, success.
Success. Are you moving as in this unseen passage?
Not yet.
So you move to a place where the others can't see you. You become invisible to the world. Aaron, the gun goes off. You are in the VIP lounge, which is windowed. You would have to shoot through the window, you realise.
I didn't know that it was windowed. I'd assumed that it was actually an open deck.
No, it is windowed. You can get from the sides to the open deck, so you would have had to move, just making sure.
Yeah, I would have had a clear shot.
Okay, so
Not
you've moved to the
trying-
side area with a clear
yeah.
shot. I will say, with that 4, trying for a clear shot is difficult with the people, even though the guards are clearing them back. You could wing her maybe in the arm from this position. With a 4, it's possible, but there is a chance you could hit one of the guards. She has one in her arms, and there's others around her with guns as well. So it's up to you if you actually take the shot, but you can hold on to that 4 if you wish.
Yeah, I'd take the shot.
Taking the shot.
Just not going through glass.
Okay. The gun echoes and recoils. I'll roll for her. She turns with a guard in her hand and the bullet misses. You see it hit the edge of the boat. Psst. The smoke of the acid coming from the side of the boat. A couple of the guards from down below cry out, "Stop shooting! No one shoot! That's enough!" Echo, what are you doing?
Getting out my daggers. I'm going to grab a glass of the blood wine from the table, run to stand in front of her and activate Shadow Cloak, which raises my intimidation and darkening next.
So you're on the third deck, she's on the base deck. You're trying to get down to her.
Try and get down, yeah.
It's going to take and if we're talking in rounds, it's unless you're activating some sort of speed, it's going to take 2 rounds to get down the stairs and then through the crowd of people.
Is there a balcony?
You're in the windowed area. Each side of the area has 2 downstairs before you hit a balcony.
All right. I'm going to be trying to get within reach to talk to her.
Okay.
As I go down. So.
No worries. You activate any other abilities or are you just running down to the next level?
Yeah, no, just Shadow Cloak for now.
Okay. As all this is going on, Pip, did you decide to move or you just standing waiting?
I'm going to start moving like hands in pockets, like really casual, not that anyone can see, towards where I left Sylvia.
Good as gold. Sylvia's still sitting in one of the leather chairs. She has not arisen. Down at the boat's edge, the woman with the long wet hair looks to where the gun made its shot. She drops the guard. And in this moment, an old man steps through the crowd, pushes past one of the guards and says, "No, wait!" And the man, in a trench coat, oilskin, removes the top hat he wears and takes off his black eye mask, revealing dark hair with just a hint of grey on the edges. And he puts his hand out towards the woman and says, "Stop this at once, Amelia. Listen to my voice. It is I, Alan Croft. I am the one who found your tomb. Feed from me, and leave these innocent souls be. Come with me, and I will teach you how to control the beast inside you, that you no longer betray those close to you, and so your revenge can be aimed at those who deserve it." And the woman slowly walks to him as the two embrace, and the crowd begins to cheer and clap as the actors take a bow, and all the lights come back to normal. Sam steps forward on the second balcony, looking up at you, Aaron, and going, "No." Looking back to see Echo, he says, clapping out loud, "Bravo," and he's adjusting his lapel mic. "Bravo, bravo. Big thanks to our actors, Scott Connery and Roberta Jaxon for the Melbourne Theatre Company. Thanks to our special effects team, Gregory Strober and Misty Deckard. Let's please give them all a round of applause. That was so realistic. Thank you. Hey, thank you. Back to the party, everyone. Thank you, guards, for keeping them back." And he comes up the stairs to you, Echo, and Sam goes, "Oh, what the hell was that?"
What the hell was that?
You told me to put an act on, make it a theatre. I paid the theatre group. We had them doing a section from your book.
Yep.
Someone shot at the boat. We've got to get a repairman there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Thank you, Sam. Thank you. That's good. I'm going to find my party members, especially Zane, because I worry about him doing something. And
Aaron, you would know that acid is going to need some alkali to stop it, because it's going to eat through a lot of that boat fairly quickly.
Yeah. Any milk around?
There is plenty of milk for the cocktails and the those coffee-style drinks that everyone seems to love so much.
Yeah, I'd go just grab like a 2-liter bottle of milk, just pour it on there. So just nonchalantly, just
You sort of push your way through the crowd, and I would imagine, count your lucky stars, that the actress was meant to move at the time she did. And I'm glad I rolled high for her as well, because it could have been an innocent death there. But you have disabled what is left of the acid, and there's a nice little, I would say nearly at this point, by the time you got there, not quite half a meter wide, and the depth of the sort of eating into the back of the boat itself, you can sort of see under the plastic, the fiberglass eaten through. You can see it's gone down to metal. It's probably gone a good, 20 centimeters. Eaten well. The bullet's gone straight through. It's made the hole right through the boat, but the acid has splashed there. I will turn it over to you guys.
Oh my God, I just left Peggy with Isaac. Shit. Well, Zane?
It's not happening again. It's not happening again. No, it's not happening again.
What's
not happening again.
happening again, hon? What's not happening again?
The attack. It's not happening again.
You know, you've got those Malkavian badass powers, don't you? You've got stuff in your arsenal.
Nope.
Need to use it.
Nope, and nope, and nope, nope, and nope, nope, nope. I love computers.
Yes.
Maybe use that to your advantage.
Nothing here.
Some high-tech shit with tech in it that you do.
Excuse me. Compose myself. No, you compose yourself.
Thank you, Aaron. I was going to pay you for your services, but maybe we could make an exchange since you did shoot a hole in the boat I'm renting. So, even?
Nope.
Yeah.
That's your fault. You should have warned us about a play.
Didn't know. Did I know? Maybe I forgot.
Sam and you did speak about entertainment on the boat, and he said he would put the theatre troupe together. He didn't tell you the exacts of it, but he also wouldn't expect what went on when they were acting out a part of your book. But hey, it was pretty realistic. The theatre group did well.
Saying you still got the 2 remotes for the museum?
I thought it was more than 2. Is it 2?
Sure was 2.
2 remotes for her office. The other remotes are for the rest of the museum.
Didn't I clone most of them?
Yeah, but you've got the original now, so.
Oh, don't need these anymore.
Well, just in case, maybe. Should we, after we wrap up, see if we can get the sword?
Maybe we should go empty out all her coffers, not just the sword.
Maybe we should take the museum as our
Hey, I need a new penthouse. No, I like my old one. I don't have that anymore. So where are we going?
You're thinking we should take over her territory?
Zane! God damn it!
Zane, you receive a text.
Just a sec. Let me have a look at this.
It is from the your assistant, who last text told you she sold the store, and you didn't make a reply back, and she texts again. Good to see that I'm not getting answers from you.
I text back, how much you sell the business for?
She replies, enough to begin my own.
That's not an answer.
She says, now I'm ghosting you. And she gives you nothing more.
Everything good, Zane?
Yeah.
You good?
Maybe.
All right. What
you
should we
good?
do? Yeah, I'm going to have Sam clean up the mess. He's good like that. And we can either get the sword tonight, or I don't know what you all are doing tomorrow. I'm going to see if I can go to Elysium.
Why do you want to go there for?
Elysium doesn't exist anymore.
I'm going to see if I can find the council people, wherever they may be.
The Primogen Council. Why would you want to talk to them?
Why wouldn't I? Do you want to come? All of you can come. We can get Jaxon.
What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's
Tomorrow's Thursday. You okay?
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, Thursday.
I don't think I've got any plans for Thursday. Although I'd rather rob this chick tonight.
Wait, what?
Well,
Oh,
the chick
Rob,
that we
yeah.
yeah.
Pip, where's Pip?
Where's Jaxon?
Where's Jaxon? Didn't you voicemail him?
Pip, are you still holding your invisibility? Your
Um,
unseen passage?
I would until I sat down with Sylvia, and I'm like, "Did you see that? They had the people from the book."
Yes, it was wonderful, wasn't it?
It was. There was two of him, you know. One of them was very different.
Oh, which one was that?
He was the one with the had a blade in his stick. Wait,
Ah,
am I supposed to talk about that?
well, young Pip, I don't know if you are. However, I was seated here and I only saw the one down there, covered by the veil of darkness. It was a great show.
Can we bring people to life from books? Is that a thing?
That is something I cannot teach you, Pip. That is something you might have to ask Echo about.
Hmm. It's been a most interesting evening that I probably can't tell anyone about.
Well, you can always tell those of like us.
If I see Pip over there, I'm going to walk over.
No problem. The guests at around 1 a.m. begin to slowly, as they do, dissipate. Some with adventures for the following days. Been a work week and all Wednesday night, and the crowd does thin out from hundreds to the tens category over the hour or so that follows. You would see everyone would probably see Sylvia and Pip talking, still in the VIP area.
Victoria, Pip, we are going to be heading out soon, I think. Pip, to go to the museum tonight.
Oh, I
Would
do
you
love
like
a
to-
museum.
Would you like to come?
Yeah.
I was unaware the museum was open all hours.
Yeah, well, tonight's a special occasion, so. Did you guys get along good? Do you think you guys would like to maybe meet up again sometime?
She's gonna make me useful.
Oh, I do believe you're already useful, young Pip. But yes, we shall catch up. Next you need advice or some learnings. I do recommend one thing, Pip.
Yeah.
Write your feelings down. Keep it candid so as not to be discovered, but write down how you feel in times where you've been able to do things that others wouldn't be able to do. When you uncover the veil that covers those eyes, and she puts her hand up near your eyes. Make it like poetry, and no one will think anything more of it.
I shall ruminate on your words. But we're going to the museum.
Interesting.
Aaron's not going to shoot anyone, is he?
You know, the night is young, so. I'm going to grab that dress out of my office, that purple one, and those shoes, and I'm going to. Pip probably left the purse. I don't know, but.
Vicky, as you guys sort of say your farewells, Vicky gets up and moves around the room, and there's a pillar by the bar that's dressed almost like one of those pillars in the Roman times. She sort of moves around the pillar and never returns. Doesn't come around the other side, just vanishes from sight.
Sense unseen.
Sensing the unseen would show her gracefully walking away down
And
the
I'll just
stairs of the boat.
Wave like, Forrest Gump wave.
She would just turn and give you a sly wink.
Who are you waving at?
The people are leaving. The night is over. Sort of. We're going to the museum.
Yeah, it's only just begun.
Is it safe to bring Aaron into the museum?
Why wouldn't it be safe to let Aaron in? I mean, he won't. Aaron, is it safe to let you in the museum?
Is there going to be any more play acting?
I was going to say no dogs allowed, but I'm holding it in. In case you're gangrel. Get it? I'm trying to do some jokes, but it's not. No? Okay.
Get better material.
Emotional support animal.
I joke when I get nervous about. Sorry.
Where's Mr. Riviera and Mr. Spencer?
Yeah. Did you call him?
Who? What?
Jaxon.
No.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
What, did you call him?
Zane didn't want to call him, so I did, and left a message saying that, to hang out, but he didn't want to hang out, I guess. I don't see him, and I don't think he's got the ability to disappear like the others.
So I guess we're going by ourselves.
Yep. I guess that's a...
Zane, do you have other weird ways of hackerishness that you can find him?
Maybe. Thinking maybe not.
That was cryptic. Okay, do we have a car? We taking a car together? We taking separate?
I came on a boat. Oh, hang on. Came by car too. Don't know where that car is. Came by boat though.
Car to the boat to the boat?
Van?
Yeah.
We can hop in my Jeep if you want. Yeah.
Yep. I brought a cab, so I'm good.
They bought a Jeep.
Let's go to the Jeep. So we're gonna. I guess we have to wait because if it's my party, I kind of have to wait for everybody to leave, don't I? I can't just.
No, you can leave fashionably early.
So people are, as I said, leaving, and you're down to sort of the last 10 or 15, still mulling around with a few wines. The two actors are there with Sam, and Sam's apologising. Luckily, neither of them seem to notice the bullet, just heard the loud crack. And they just thought it was someone letting off a firecracker nearby. And you can hear him sort of talking that up. Yes, I do believe someone on the boat had a cracker. They were getting a little excited. One of those party poppers or something to that effect. It was a wonderful job you did there. It was so believable for anyone who didn't know. Luckily, we had all the guards in their fancy dress pushing the crowd back because a few of them were chomping at the bit. But I think a few of them really knew. With the dark red-haired woman coming off on the side of the boat with the mist, it was wonderful. And you guys would hear all that as you're coming down the stairs.
I guess I'll go over and I'll activate awe to help out Sam and tell them how much I appreciated the realistic emotions it brought, so that they can
activating awe, and as soon as basically with yourself and I believe the others sort of following you down the stairs, the two actors and a few of the crowd that are talking with Sam just turn to see you, and they all give you a slight clap as well. Such a lovely play, Miss Monroe.
It's so realistic. I almost forgot where I was for a minute and was very frightened. Yeah.
The woman laughs, the woman who was called Roberta Jaxon. She laughs and she says, realistic, I know. I mean, trying to get into the headspace of what if they even existed, what a real vampire would be like. And in your book, it just describes how powerful she is. And we just thought the idea of the commanding presence, being able to tell that man just to walk off the side of the boat was perfect.
Yeah, I wish I could do that. That would be amazing if I. That's really good, wasn't it, Sam? I was like,
He looks at you and he says, "Yes, Miss Monroe is wonderful. It is realistic as it could possibly be for a theatre group act that was just put on wonderfully. Not to mention the lighting and smoke effects and everything."
you know what? We're gonna pay you double tonight for all the trouble. Yeah.
And the woman looks at the sleeve of the sort of because she's still in her same wardrobe, the wet water soaked looking clothes, and there's a tinge of burn mark as she's like, "Oh, I wonder how this got here." And she's sort of playing with a hole at the edge of her sleeve. She goes, "Oh, it looks pretty tattered anyway. Might have been part of the original."
Probably. Yeah, you never know. Maybe it's the lighting. I don't. Yeah. So we're gonna let you go, Sam. You take care of that for me. I'm gonna pay you double too. And
oh, you're off.
Yeah. Unless there's something you need.
Oh no.
To do.
Absolutely no. It's fine. I can usher the rest of the guests away, and we can clean up the boat for the night if that's your wish.
Yeah, that would be good. Thank you.
He looks to Pip, Aaron, and Zanes. And the rest of you are off as well?
Yeah, I've got another engagement to go to.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I'm
Night
off
at the
work.
museum.
Oh, it's a wonderful movie, that. I quite like my comedies.
Yeah, it's good. All right.
Do you need a car? I could call you a vehicle.
Do we need a car?
You said you got your Jeep.
We got a Jeep. We're gonna be fine.
Oh, you're taking the
thank
Jeep.
you. Yeah.
And he pulls keys from his pocket and hands you the keys.
Oh, thank you, Sam. I don't know what I'd do without you.
You would have come back and asked me for the keys in 10 minutes' time, miss.
Yeah, you're full of it. All right, good jokes. All right, we're off.
I shall see you tomorrow evening.
Yep.
Oh, and by the way, and he leans in close to you, so he, as far as he's aware, only you could hear, and he says, also, Echo, I have changed boats. Abodes are now anew.
Thank you. I might stay at a friend's for a little while, but thank you, yeah.
No problem.
All right.
And then he carries on with the guests. He starts to make motion to them that it is time for everyone to begin their last drink. It is over to you.
Make a motion for you guys, and we're gonna get in the Jeep.
So you leave Seporum Sanguinus. I think I say that wrong every time. And you get into a smaller motorboat, which takes you back 500 or 600 meters back to the shoreline, where the port has still been ushered by the guards that were there. And along the edges of this port area is where all the cars are parked, and there is your Jeep left where you had Sam parked earlier on.
As we get in, I'm gonna ask Zane. Zane, obviously I'm not touching any of your shit, but this is on you to you know where the safe might be or anything when you Do you know if you could find out for me when we go in?
Did we end up finding the safe?
You knew it was in her office, but you did not have an exact on the safe, no.
Yeah. Cool.
My assumption would be that one of those remotes would actually find the safe for us.
Yeah, maybe it like pops up or out or something. This is your wheelhouse, Zane.
So on the way there, I'll examine the remotes a bit more
Okay.
detail.
Or maybe Pip can use his wheelhouse and find out where the safe is.
Nah.
Okay. I'm just gonna drive. Aaron, where do you have to go tonight?
To the museum. I'm not going to sit there and go say to everyone that's around us, oh, I'm going to go rob a museum right now. It's just easy to say, I have another event to go to.
Aren't you popular?
Did you mean to shoot that woman? Are you an actor?
Yes, I did mean to shoot that woman because I thought that woman was one of us that was breaking the masquerade. But unfortunately, it was actually just someone's book coming to life.
I knew it.
What do you mean, unfortunately? That woman acting saved our bacon instead of shooting people willy-nilly on the boat. We contained it. Unfortunately. Freaking mass murderer.
They're fighting again, Zane.
Lovers' quarrel. Yeah? No? Maybe? Could be.
It was 50 years ago, Zane.
What was 50 years ago?
Is that what happened with Jaxon before?
Wait, what?
The quarrel.
No.
What quarrel?
It was really intense.
Can I just ask a question? Those of you that took the weapons and bits and pieces from Sophia and her guards, who was that? I can't recall.
I've got it.
Aaron.
I got the 4 wallets from guards, 2 handguns with 2 mags each, so 4 magazines.
Okay, cool. You would hear everyone in the vehicle at this point, a crackling noise from wherever Aaron is sitting. And amongst the wallets, you find a small communications device the size of a thin remote, like a little walkie-talkie. The unit hisses for a bit, and you hear a voice in the distance. You can't pick up on it. It's too quiet where it is. You can see there's an earpiece inside the wallet as well.
Put the earpiece in, but not say anything.
Okay. You hear, Dino, copy. Dino, copy. Dino, are you there?
Take the earpiece out and then throw the earpiece and the walkie-talkie thing out the window. And after I've thrown it out the window and closed the window again, I got the feeling we might be walking into some fun.
Why?
Well, wasn't one of those guards named Dino?
So,
Well,
are you
someone-
sitting next to me or are you sitting behind me?
That's a
I'd be
good
sitting
question.
behind you.
Who's
Yeah,
chef?
who's front seat? Who's back seat? So Aaron's back seat, Echo's driving.
So I wouldn't have seen yes. Why?
Well, someone was trying to get in contact with Dino.
Yeah,
through
that's good. Keep listening. We can find out where they are and listen in.
Why? Because they're just saying, Dino, are you there? Dino, 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 are you there? Dino.
They could be talking to each other about securing perimeters, things like that. We could listen in. Keep listening.
Too late. It's already gone out the window.
You're a
Yeah.
fucking idiot.
Can I have a look at the wallets?
Sure.
Cool. You could tell a lot about a person by their wallet. Pip just rifles through, pretty much looking for library card.
So you got the 4 wallets from the guards. Do you want names of each of them, or you looking just for library cards?
Just looking for library card.
Which would have their name on it anyway.
Yeah.
So you've got Dino Slaughter, which is more than likely not a real name, and his library card is non-existent. He does not have one. He's got a couple of like Visa cards, credit cards. Nothing else seems to be in the wallet other than a small amount of cash. Second one you pick up is Jensen Seklo. There is a library card here under a different name. The name is Charles Dickens, which you also find hard to believe. The third card you get is Alexander Phonep. P-O-N-E-P for anyone who wants to spell that. No library card, multiple bank cards. As far as anything else in the way of money, it's just a few coins. And the last wallet is void of any identification at all. It just has 100 in cool cash and a Visa under the name of John Dawson.
Useless except for this, and I hold up Jensen's library card and then I throw the other wallets at Aaron. You can have this.
So it's useless outside of the one person that has the library card. So important, Pip.
Education is everything. Wait. Never mind. It's alright.
You'd make a really good keeper, Pip.
I don't know if I want to keep him. You sure you
No,
don't want him?
No, keeper is. Never mind. It's fine. So, what's the plan if they're on alert when we get there? Do we have
We send Aaron in.
Yeah, I'll go in and kill them all.
Send
Sure.
Aaron in. He kills them all. I erase all evidence, all video evidence. It'll be just like a heist.
Or we just send, Echo here in first because she has that, tendency of stuffing up surveillance.
How do you do that, by the way?
Let me show you. Let me see your phone.
Nope.
Echo. The traffic is busy at this point, heading towards the Granger Museum. Carry on, Zane.
Use someone else's phone, not mine.
I'm going to take out my little flip phone.
Whilst driving.
Yeah. Who's shotgun? Take the wheel for a sec.
Who's shotgun? We know Aaron's in the back.
Well,
I'm
it's
in
a
the
toss-up
back.
between. Okay, thanks, Pip.
You're welcome.
Zane, you're in shotgun.
Oh, shit.
Take the wheel. I got to make a phone call.
Okay, so Echo's making a phone call. Zane, you're taking the wheel. You're leaning across Echo. She has her foot on the pedal still. So between you, Echo, I want a dexterity drive, but I want it less 2 dice of your pool. But leave that blood die in. Zane, I want the same. Dexterity drive, but take 2 dice out, making sure you keep those blood dice in there.
Are we sure we want to take out 2 dice? Because my dexterity drive is 2.
Not that good of driving. Let's hope you have some willpower up your sleeve.
So it's what?
Dexterity and drive. But
Yeah,
take 2 out of your pool.
Okay,
But leave in the blood.
That leaves 2.
I can add a power. Okay, so I'm gonna roll 1. That's a success of 1.
Yes, success.
So both get 1 success.
I got 2.
2 successes. Luckily, Echo is quite good on the pedals, and Zane, you're gripping that wheel, keeping to the side of the road nicely. A little wobble here and there. Echo, you're on the phone to who?
Arturo.
Arturo. He picks up. Yes, go ahead.
Sophie Hall is no more. I need to get into the museum. I'm thinking of claiming it.
Interesting. How do you propose to get in?
Well, I have a party of 4. We have remotes, but there's still guards there.
And you have eliminated this woman?
Yes.
I can do some calling around.
All right.
See what I can do. What strings I can pull. Is this essential to the goal?
It is essential to Van Diemen's good graces. Following your advice.
Good call. I cannot guarantee anything as I do not know much of this museum. But I will pull some strings where I can.
Thank you. Gotta go. And I grab the wheel really quick as we are probably turning onto a curb.
Many corners and turns as you're heading into the city more than what you were previous. The Granger Museum being closer to the central Melbourne area. Good driving.
Zane, you're growing. It's much better than the van ride. Bravo.
Eco-intelligence awareness, please.
Shit. All right. Three.
And what are those blood dice doing? Are they all good?
I forgot the blood dice.
Oh.
So I'll take out.
My kindred, never forget the blood dice. Should always be on your mind.
They're still good, surprisingly. So yes.
You are driving quite happily. You look down to see the time, just as a glance. It is nearing 2:30ish now. After talking at the masquerade ball, leaving and heading here. You know you have a few hours left till morning. So that annoying light behind you cannot be the sun. It's quite bright. Someone's following, maybe a little too close.
Aaron?
Yeah.
Behind us? Pip? You guys see that?
The rest of you don't need to make the roll because she's pointed it out. And if you look in the rearview mirrors or turn your heads out the window, you can see a single bright glow getting close quickly. As that stage you hear the shot from outside the vehicle. Echo, give me a dexterity drive. Less 2 dice. Keep the hunger.
I have a 1 success.
The rest of you feel the car jolt. 1 success is not enough. What was the blood die?
The blood die is a success.
That's lucky. Your hunger doesn't grow, but your nerves certainly do as the car lurches. The two of you in the back, shunted to one side, it lifts. You're now fighting the control of the wheel as probably lost a tyre by the feel of it. It is pulling to one side of the road heavily. What are you all doing? I will start with Zane.
We getting to be all right here, or do we need to get out? Hang on, we're moving. Do we get out?
The car's tyres are screaming. Aaron, he said his piece. What are you doing?
I think it's time to pull over, Echo. And that's it.
And that's it. Pip, same sort of time frame there. Say or do.
We've survived explosions and fires and vampires, and we're going to die in a car wreck. That's kind of mundane.
And Echo, you get something to do as well.
I am trying to stop the car and pull it over as safely as I can. I'm probably doing the mom thing to whoever shotgun, so Zane.
Okay, so pulling over and slowing down will require you putting your foot on the brake and turning the wheel. I want the same dice roll. One more time, please. A shot rings out and the back window smashes. I need a dexterity and I will say athletics from the two in the back seat. I believe that's Aaron and Pip. Dexterity athletics if you're trying to get out of the way of incoming. Ducking is what I'm expecting. Unless you have something you wish to do indifferent.
Burned a
Echo.
willpower, so that's a success.
Burned at willpower.
Yeah.
Mark that off. Your superficial willpower. As you struggling to control, you put your foot on the brake, the car weaves a bit, but that shot comes through the window. What did you get, Pip?
2 skulls.
And are they any of those on the blood die?
I only had blood die to roll. I've only got 2.
Oh,
They're
dear.
both skulls.
Aaron, what about you?
Yeah, 3 successes.
Aaron, you duck. Pip, it's all a bit much as you're contemplating a few attacks here and there. Critical failure. Bestial failure. What is the compulsion of the Malkavian, I wonder? Or what is Pip's compulsion?
Just starts freaking out, ripping at the chair. He starts talking to himself. What have I done? I shouldn't be here. I should be somewhere else. This is wrong.
And you're freaking out. What have you done? It's when you notice the hole straight through the back of you. At that same time, you would have taken 2 aggravated damage from the shot that passed through you. You are exactly that, freaking out. It's going to be everything you can do to get out of the way of this attack now. You're worried it's because of what you are, what you've become.
Would I have seen the bullet hole through Pip?
If you are looking around, you would have ducked down. If you're looking around, I would say yes, easy enough, especially as he sort of says his things and then notices it himself.
Does it seem to be like a normal type of a round or one of those more specialized type of rounds?
It seems to be fairly normal. Probably a hollow point or something to make a bit of a hole like that.
Okay, that's a good thing. For one, Pip, settle down. We'll get through this somehow.
Pip's going to try and open the door.
Okay, at this point, I would say, Echo, you would have been able to slow the car down. You've made your three and out rolls for driving. The vehicle is still right up behind you, and you can see in the rearview mirrors a few more sets of lights now. The noise, Aaron, you would know is motorbikes. And if you're all trying to get out the doors, that is what you're up to. That is what you were going to be seeing, motorbike lights approaching.
Yeah, I'm going to get out and run at the car to try to see what I can see past the lights type deal. Because I'm assuming the lights would be pretty blinding.
Yes, they seem to be high beaming you from the rear. So you're getting out as quick as you can and running
towards the other vehicle.
Towards the oncoming vehicles?
Yeah.
Which seem to be motorbikes. Okay. As like I say, Echo's pulled over, so you're sort of getting out mid-stop motion, which is fine for you. Pip, you just want to pretty much exit the scene. You don't want a bar of any of this.
Yep.
You are frightened. That bestial failure, that compulsion of yours, anything in your character weakness, everything about you doesn't want this. Zane, what are you doing?
So Cloak of Shadows does what again?
It makes you invisible to a point, but you have to, I believe, and looking at it here, if you have to be standing still and no one has to be able to see you, I believe. You need some kind of cover and you need to make no sound, no move.
Unseen passage?
Same sort of thing, I believe. So with this power, the vampire can move around. Okay, so you can move while staying hidden, whereas Cloak of Shadows, you're basically standing still. You have to make a rouse check for unseen passage, however.
Rouse. Where did I see that? So I take it it's the rouse reroll or just rouse?
Just a single blood die, or had a single blood die for a single rouse check. Yep. Just to see if you get hungrier by activating the power.
Blank.
So that means that's a failure. You get hungrier, so you got one more point of hunger. What does that leave you at, Zane?
Gives me 3 hunger.
3 hunger. With the shot that's going on, the car moving erratically before it stopped, you think time to get hidden. You do hide, but activating the power, rousing your blood, causing the blood to, the vitae to surge through your veins. You feel that need to feed, the urge come on. You're able to hold it at this point, but you are definitely wanting that taste of blood now. Where are you going, invisible or unseen?
So basically, as soon as the car stops, I'll go invisible as I'm opening the door and going to the nearest building that provides cover, if any.
Where you stop, there are buildings around. It is a sort of a city street area. Buildings, houses, warehouses, not a back alley area, more of a closer to town space. There's a lot of conjoined shops, things like that. Alleyways that can be ducked into that are quite dark. Not that you need darkness as you're invisible. So it's your choice if you want to head between buildings, up onto buildings, or just into the general street area.
In between, I'll see if I can work my way around to the rear of whatever it is that's attacking us.
Okay. I'll come back to you and Aaron shortly. Pip, you're exiting the vehicle as well?
Yep, I'll run off to as close as I can get to somewhere else.
Okay. Echo, are you exiting the vehicle also?
Yeah, I'm going to look for a cover where I can see them as well as kind of being cover, and I'm going to try and activate shadow perspective.
Sweet. Pip, I have to errata what I said to you a moment ago. It's not too aggravated, it's too superficial. I gave you the wrong damage call, that was all. So, first person to exit the vehicle, Aaron, you exit the back seat. Looking towards the oncoming vehicles, you see 3 bright lights, which you recognise as 3 single motorbikes. You know them well. And as soon as you're out of the vehicle, a shock goes off. You get to make a save of, it's your choice, but I would say dexterity athletics if you're noticing, because you would see the shadows of the men on the bikes brandishing weapons. One of them's holding a pistol, a handgun of some description, but it's hard to tell with the bright light beaming at you. So yeah, dexterity athletics to get out of the way, or if you decide something better.
Go with the Dex Athletics, and it was 4 saves.
Nice. The shot goes off. He also rolled a 4. You're winged. You take 1 superficial, but you're able to. It's just in your shoulder. It's nothing major. And the bike screams past. Second bike. 2 more shots go off. Zane, you're invisible. Cannot see you, but Pip, you're out in the open. 2 shots fired. 1 at you, 1 at Echo. You'll make the same save unless exactly the same thing. You want to try something different. I have another 4 successes. Echo, 3 successes for you. So it will be dexterity and athletics unless you can think of otherwise.
Okay. 1 success.
1 success. Unfortunately, you take 2 superficial damage from the shots that ring out. Pip, what did you get?
2.
2. You would see as you're frantically trying to exit this vehicle, Echo, the bullet that hits you through the neck. You don't have to breathe, it's not an issue, but it's painful, hurts a lot, and it was unexpected. Pip, with your 2, you take, similar to Aaron, just a wing shot, single superficial on the arm. The other 2 bikes that have made these shots scream past again. Zane, you are invisible, but I will need you to make a roll. No, I don't need you to make a roll. I need me to make a roll. And they are unable to see you. You stay hidden. No shots ring off in your direction. You are headed under the veranda of these shops and into the alleyway, did you say?
Yeah, and trying to get around who's ever shooting.
Okay.
Like coming around the rear.
Okay, the bikes on the road come straight past the vehicle that's stopped. So, Aaron, they would be... so all this is sort of happening at once. You have a chance to react now. Their shots have gone off and the motorbikes are flying past you guys all. So, Zane, they would be coming pretty much in line with you. Aaron, Pip, and Echo, they would be sort of 10 meters past your direction at this point if you want to make a reaction, something you want to reply to them.
Where you go.
Would I see any colours on them?
Colours, by colours you mean the other type of gang members?
Yes.
You probably would. And I will just give you the exact colours. So, I'll be my notes because I'll be going through heaps of different notes here. Logo of, hopefully I'll get this one right. Your bike gang is the Crimson Skeletons, I believe.
Yes.
And your direct enemy are the Red Reapers, are they not?
Correct.
And that logo of that Red Reaper with its hands cupped in front of it with a scythe over its back is exactly what you're seeing on the backs of these jackets.
I'd be pulling out one of the guards' guns.
Okay.
And returning the favour at
right.
the first bike, the one that I'm assuming shot at me.
Yeah, well, you would know it was the first bike was the closest, and you'd be able to follow it easily. So return fire. I will make an roll for these guys, or this guy.
Jaxon firearms?
Yes, Jaxon firearms.
I'm just using the wrong stat there. That would be 3 successes.
Nicely done. I too have exactly 3 successes with nothing on the blood dice, but you wing him. He's got his back to you. He's riding erratically. You can hear the you as they sort of riding off into the distance, but you know you got him in the back of the arm. You can see it for sure. It might even been his rib cage more than his arm. He's wearing a leather jacket. It's hard to tell as they sort of screaming off, but you got that one. Zane, you'd probably be next in line for that one if you wanted to do anything to him.
Yeah, all right. We'll give it a go. I put my arm out as it goes by.
Okay, so you're invisibly going to stick your arm out and try and clothesline the guy on the bike.
Yep.
Okay, so this is going to be a strength athletics because you're going to have to stop perpetual motion of this bike moving at what would you imagine to be around 60 to 80 kilometers an hour.
I know, it's going to hurt.
It's instinctual, I guess.
Yeah.
I'll make a Dex athletics. What'd you get?
2 successes on red die.
2 successes on the blood. That's a, is it the critical success symbol or just a normal success?
Normal.
Normal, okay. I get 4 successes, so I'm going to play it like this. You stick your arm out, and oh boy, does that dislodge your shoulder, something chronic. You'll take a superficial damage as your shoulder's popped. But the guy comes off his bike, and the bike slides on the ground, and he slides on the ground as well, following the bike ever so slowly, rolling. This is all happening while Pip and Echo, you have the other 2 bikes that have shot at you if you wish to do anything. Pip, I will remind you of that failure before you're still under your compulsion for the rest of the scene. So Pip will go with you first.
Pip's just found the closest place to be down. He's like, you're a failure. They're going to die. You killed him. And it's her, and she's coming back. And all of them look like who you know that I'm talking about. Like all the people on the bike. And he's just freaking out and like clawing at himself. And he's like, they hate you. They fucking hate you. And that's it.
Pip, I want you to roll me all your unspent willpower, please.
All right. Yeesh. 2 successes.
2 successes. Nice. You see the one who you speak about, who you're seeing as all of them, and for a split moment you're able to clear your mind. You realise it's in your head, and you remember what Sylvia said about just uncovering the veil, looking in the water and seeing that just because evil is expected, it's not always what you're supposed to give. Not everything is what it seems. And I would say you can shut down your compulsion for the next round that you play. You're able to gain composure and make a decision, which I'll come back to you on shortly. Echo, you also have a chance to do something at the 2 that have made a shot at you and Pip.
With my shadow perspective, I want to see into the shadow right underneath one of the riders to see if I can see or hear his face or names or anything. So I will stay covered, but while he's in my sight going past, I want to see into that.
So this will cost you a rouse check.
Yeah.
What's your hunger at?
Is it 3 or 4? Did you mark it? Because I think it was 3.
I have it marked on last week's page. You are at 4, according to me.
I am at 4. Okay. All right. That is a fail. And I got a 10 on my Oblivion die, which...
I think what you have done is going to put you into frenzy.
Yeah.
We will take, because it's 9 o'clock, so we'll take a 5-minute break while I just read up on frenzy. We'll be back shortly, everybody, because it's a good time for a break halfway through. We'll be right back. Wow, Echo.
Also, I have a 10, which is a stain for my Oblivion.
Okay.
It's a 1 or a 10, I think. So
So you'll get a stain, one stain on your. I think you mark that on your sheet under stains separately, doesn't you? I believe.
mark it separate until we figure
Until
out
we figure it out.
what it means. I think it just means I have to feel intense regret and remorse until I've made up blah, blah, blah.
I was muted.
well-
We're back.
Welcome back, everybody.
We will hand you back over to the storyteller.
So we just had Echo gain another point of hunger, putting her into the threshold of frenzy. Echo, you were activating one of your abilities. Which ability was that? Shadow Perspective, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So what are you trying to do with Shadow Perspective?
So I can see and hear what is the shadow's vicinity. So I want to see it. I'm looking for a face or a words or a name to track these bastards later.
Okay. Face, words, or name. You get the same. Now this is happening instantaneously, as because you're going to have to play off the frenzy very shortly. You get the same image that Aaron sees on the back of the jacket. You see it through the shadow. The Reaper, cupped hands with a scythe symbol behind it, red markings on a black jacket. You get a bearded man with dreads on the bike, and you get the number plate XXTX. And that is all you'll see right before you have to fight the frenzy. You need to roll all of your unspent willpower if you wish to fight the frenzy. If you fail this roll or you do not fight the frenzy, you are wanting the nearest human blood. Feeding off a kindred is not going to aid you here. You want fresh human blood.
I got a 4 because I got it critical with 2 dice, so 4.
So you can hold back this hunger frenzy for a short time. You'll be making the same roll again shortly, depending on how things go. You're able to hold it back. You get that vision as the bikes are still motoring off. The 4 of you outside the car. You can see the shots you heard at the car going off. You can see Pip motioning away, but sort of gathering himself. You've lost all sight of Zane, and Aaron, I believe you were sort of running off into the street as well, after making your shot. So we can say safely now that you have one motorbike rider on the ground and the other 2 have just gone, carry through. I'll give it over to you.
So the one that's on the ground's the one that I hit.
It is indeed the one that you hit, and the one that Zane stiff-armed and has now got his shoulder popped out.
So he would have appeared as well. Zane would have appeared, and I'm assuming.
Good question. Let's check that. Unseen passage. It says at last the scene or until detection. I would say, Zane, would you have dropped that with the rest gone? Mind you, with your arm being launched out of its socket, trying to hold it might be difficult.
I would have dropped it.
Yeah. So Zane is now visible, yes. Only a few feet from this. I'll say a few feet. Probably about 10 or 15 meters as the man sort of skidded along the ground behind his bike.
All right. Next thing is, do I smell blood?
Do you smell blood? Ah, I see, of the character on the ground. Yes, you do.
So he's human.
That would be
Okay.
an assumption, yes.
Right, so I'm going to run up at the same time while that's all going on. I'm going to be activating Eyes of the Beast. And then I'm going to grab this guy by the throat, and I'm assuming there's going to be a pole or a wall or something nearby. I'm going to throw him into that, holding him by the throat, and say, who sent you?
Okay. So you rush forward, pick him up off the ground, smelling the blood. Now, being a little new to this, anyone who can tell me would be lovely if I'm doing this wrong, but I'm going to give it a go anyway. Give me a wits awareness, Aaron, as you lift him up and shove him against the wall. Wits and awareness. The other 3 of you, Zane, what are you doing? I'll get to your role in a second, Aaron. Zane, what are you doing as he does this?
I should have done that. That would hurt. Oh.
Cool. And do you walk towards them or stay where you are?
Yeah, walk towards them.
Towards them. Pip, you've managed to regain focus. You've shaken away the image of that woman with Sylvia Plath's face coming into your mind. What's your plan?
I'm going to try and make it to the closest place where I can't be seen by anyone else, and I'm going to activate Unseen Passage.
All right. Unseen Passage, 1 rouse check, my friend. What's your hunger at?
My hunger's at 3, but now it's at 4.
Pip, you've pulled that willpower back. You've focused your mind. You're no longer seeing the enemy that you thought you saw. But by God, that blood smells good. And if there's anything you want, it's to get nearer that blood. You're not in frenzy mode yet, but you're getting there. And you activate Unseen Passage. Are you heading towards the same area?
Just the closest sort of alleyway, wherever I can't be seen.
Okay. Easy enough done. Nice dark alleyway, a few trash cans, some ladders that head up the sides of buildings. As you move into the alleyway, you can hear the of a nightclub nearby. Only a building or so away at best. Echo, as Aaron's motion to pick up this man, shoved him against the wall. You've seen the bite right off. You've got that. You can smell that fresh blood. You've made your willpower roll. What are you doing?
Walking towards Aaron.
Walking towards Aaron. All right, so Zane, Echo, Aaron. Aaron, you've smashed him up against the wall. You've asked him, what was your question again?
Who sent you? And it would be more of an intimidation.
Intimidation, right. So, firstly, the roll you made, what did you get?
It was 3 successes.
Okay. You would get that faint smell of vitae, probably sensing that this person is Gould. He's a human, but he does have kindred vitae within him.
Mm-hmm.
He has got a 3-day growth kind of look to his face. Now that you can see it's a half helmet, it's not a full face helmet. And he sort of grins and you can see his mouth's bleeding. Some of his teeth have been knocked out. And he just sort of, as he smiles at you through the bloody teeth, says, spits blood on your face. I want you to make a willpower check with fresh blood on your face.
Not the type of blood I need.
So make that with an extra die in your pool.
So willpower, so 5 points with an extra 1. Ooh. 3.
3. All right. It's enough to stop you. You can smell that blood, the taste of food, but it's not the food you, as you say, it's not the food you normally go for. So, yes, it does smell good, but it doesn't affect you in the way that he had hoped. But you do see him lift his arm up with a grenade, and he has his thumb in the pin, and he says, bye-bye, as he flicks. And I'll say, so there's 3 of you in zone. You would all see it. He's going to make a roll, and you are going, Aaron, because you're quick, you're going to make a roll. If you have anything you want to do, let me know now as a reaction. Otherwise,
I'd be throwing him that way and jumping that way.
Okay. So I will say all 3. So Zane, Aaron, and Echo are making dexterity athletics to get out of the way of this blast. And he's just going to make a dexterity athletics to see how quick he is on the grenade. You're throwing him, which is a bonus, and I'm not going to... Your strength is enough. He's merely a ghoul. Oh, he's not too fast. You might be lucky. So you've got to clear. He's got 4 successes on flicking this pin out and just dropping the grenade. As you throw him, it's sort of on the ground. Zane, what'd you get?
Muted.
Zane, you're muted.
Zane, you
Blank and success.
any blood dice? Was a blank on the blood die?
Yes. Success
yeah.
on blood dice as well. It's only
right.
2. I only got 2.
Oh, so you had both blood die. Okay, one success is not enough. And with that blank, I'm not going to punish you too hard. You get 1 more point hungrier because that's not pretty. But
I know,
you're going to take
4.
some damage as you dive down. You're at 4 as well. That beast, you see the grenade, the blast, you drop, shrapnel just sprays you back as you take grenade 2 aggravated damage from the distance you're at. Aaron, you're about a similar distance to Zane after throwing the body, but your choice was to throw it Zane's direction or Echo's direction. There wasn't many other options. Which way would you have thrown it, or do you want to make a dice check?
It would have been like, I'm assuming I pinned him against the wall and they're coming from my right.
Okay, yep, we could say that.
So
yep.
I would
so
have
you
thrown
can throw him away from them.
towards the left and jumped towards them to get away from the explosion.
Okay, cool. What did you get?
And I got 5.
Okay, you're pretty good. You just take a superficial as the shrapnel fires from behind you. It's not nice, and it's not fire. It's one of those frag grenades, just blasts everything. There's a small amount of fire, but it's not like a containment fire. Echo, what did you get?
I got 2.
2. Nothing on that hunger dice again.
I mean, it's all hunger dice, so.
So it's good there.
I mean.
So, 2. You take the same as Zane. Now that is 2 aggravated damage. If that's what I was reading correctly, yes. As you sort of.
Just a question. The aggravated is which one again?
The X's in the box as opposed to the slash in the box. That's the worst type. As the grenade goes off, audibly stinging your ears, the hissing noise as if you've lost some hearing, which is not exactly a problem for you as kindred, but it's still loud. Echo, you're in pain. Roll a willpower for me.
Just roll 1 or
whatever your unchecked willpower is, because you're still hungering for blood. By the way, this guy's body is just shunted as the grenade goes off, as he's closer to the blast than most of you.
2.
Echo. His body's been arm half missing, half a leg missing. He rolls over and he coughs, blood out his throat. Now you've got a nightclub nearby. You can smell the sweat. You can smell the blood. He is the nearest object, but either way, you're going somewhere. Where are you going?
I'm going to keep walking straight to him. Same pace. Just gonna
give us a description of how this goes down.
I'm going to walk, and as his arm and leg goes blasting by, I'm just going to go straight for him, grab him. I'm assuming there's no alley near. Is he right in the open?
There is alleys nearby, yes.
If I can, I want to take him to the alley, just barely around the corner. And just...
So Zane had entered an alley just before he knocked the guy off the bike. So about 10, 15 meters back, you could drag him into a dark alley space. There is, after the explosion, people sort of moving out of the building. It's 2 a.m., so 2:30ish a.m., coming up 3 o'clock in the morning. And there was some people coming out to see what's going on. They would see sort of the explosion's gone off, a few seconds gone by, maybe an unwake a roll to see if anyone sees you into the alley. But you have a chance before anyone walks into that space to do what you have to do. Give us the description of that as well, Echo.
I am going to take him into the alley and lovingly embrace him, regardless of if he's missing a limb or not, and bite down hard. I'm going to take everything that he's got. And then when I'm done, I'm going to say dust to dust and do ashes to ashes. So he disintegrates into a pile.
Ashes
hopefully.
Ashes.
Yeah, ashes to ashes makes any human.
I don't have that in front of me, but is that free for you?
It is free, yes.
Okay, as long as it's free, you can go for it.
Yes, thank God.
You drink him dry. He's almost dead anyway. You can hear the as he's breathing. He doesn't seem to be happy and smiling anymore like he was at Aaron a minute or two ago. And you drink him completely dry as his body then disintegrates to ash. Aaron and Zane and Pip, you can see people coming out of the nearby clubs, late hour shopping. uptown sort of high-rise sort of like apartment area where there's people coming out, opening windows, lights are turned on. A couple of people in the street, a man and a woman, come over to where you and Aaron and Zane are sort of lying down after the explosion. They're like, "Whoa, are you all right? Is everything cool?"
I'd be hiding where I got shot and go, yeah, just some bikers being morons.
Damn, I hate those bikers. Do you want us to call an ambulance, man? They're looking at Zane now, whose clearly arm is dislodged a little.
Yeah, no, he's good. His arm always looks like that, the birth defect.
Okay, and you can see someone behind them already on the phone. You guys know that is not the safest place to be now, with a lot of the mortals coming out to have a look at what's going on. Pip, how about you? You're invisibly in the alleyway. Anything you're doing there?
Just trying to fight that hunger.
You're not quite at frenzy mode, so do you need to chase someone down here?
I'll just wait there until the others decide what they're doing.
All right, waiting it patiently. Echo, you finished drinking this being down. Gould, who made a hit on you. I believe from your use of the powers, you suffer a stain.
Yeah.
However, with this character attacking you, trying to end the rest of you, I will leave out an extra stain for ending a life. It's a little different, in my opinion at least. So we will leave that for now. You're basically cradling ashes in a dark alley. What is your next move?
I'm going to sit there in the dark. I have a bullet wound to the neck and I'm pretty hurt. So I'm going to wait for them to find me, really.
All right. Aaron and Zane, I leave it to you. The other two are waiting.
I take Zane back to the car, put him in the car.
How do you do it?
Tempted to throw you in the car, but you did good, even though...
How do you do it? I can't do it. Oh.
Just shut up, Zane.
Look into the car, you can see the rear wheel is buckled. The tyre had been popped and driving on it has just bent the rim.
So I'm taking it, there's a spare...
There will be a spare.
Yeah, I'm going to pull out all the right stuff and start replacing the tyre.
Amazingly, the partygoers here in sort of central Melbourne area are quite happy to give you a hand, and you get a few people helping you out, helping you jack up the car if you accept their help.
I'd take any help, but at the same time, I got hit in the shoulder, didn't I? With the
correct. It was winging the arm, sort of more the bicep area below the shoulder. It's you're not bleeding out because Kindred don't really bleed out. It's not.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure of a way that I could hide it, but not like I take the jacket off because I'm still in the good stuff. I'm assuming it'd be a long sleeve, so maybe roll up the arm so it goes over the hole.
Right. Yep, that would work.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And also at the same time, I don't want to get dirty, but still get down there and actually, start changing the tire like a real man.
The best thing is you've made a start, but with all the 3 or 4 people that have come to help, and a couple of them are a bit tiddly and drunk, but they're doing a good job. This is where Kindred get to see human nature at its best. People coming to help out someone who looks like they've been, you guys have mentioned the motorcycle attack, and you hear these rumors of, or the comments of the locals saying, "Oh, those fucking bikies, half of them are trouble. You never know which half to trust." But they're helping you out, loading the new wheel on.
So after that, I'd get in the car, start the car, thank all of them for their help, and then start driving towards the alleyway that I saw Echo take her snack.
Yeah.
Kind of like,
Well, Echo would have had at this point a time, maybe while you're doing the tie, you would see that happening, Echo. There's a lot of people out there, though. Are you going to head towards them or stay where you are?
I feel like I would stay where I am, and probably I would be crunched in like a fetal position, kind of.
Now, as a note, you drain that guy dry.
Yeah.
He's not your normal feed. I will allow you to remove 1 hunger for draining him dry, however, completely to his limit.
All right.
So you won't get you wouldn't get your normal sustenance if you did that to one of like your regular feeds, but you'll be back at 4 hunger. Sorry, carry on. You would be waiting.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be waiting. I don't see Pip in the same alley. He's in a different spot.
He is across the road, I believe. Yes.
All right.
And so, Aaron, you can head towards her quite happily.
yeah, so I pull up her yell across Zane to Echo saying, you might want to jump in now, and be yelling it out loud enough for Pip to hopefully get the hint that I'm also telling it to him as well.
Okay. So, just for my viewpoint here, Aaron's driving. Zane, are you in the front shotgun or are you rear?
Wherever Aaron put me.
Aaron, where did you put him?
I would have put him in shotgun.
Okay, so Aaron and Zane in the front. Echo, do you get yourself into that vehicle?
Yeah, I'm gonna slowly get up and get to the vehicle.
Okay.
In the back.
Up in the back. Pip, you do hear Aaron call out. It's not hard, other than the sort of quiet thumpings of the bass beat from the club down the street. The people's murmur's not enough to sort of quieten him down. You do hear him call out.
Pip would try and get into the car unnoticed.
Aha, so move across the street in that invisible form, and with the door of the car open for Echo to get in, you could probably slide in before she shuts the door if you wish.
Yeah.
Echo, you would probably get that feeling of someone near you. I'm not going to make anyone roll dice here. I would say you've shoveled over in the car and he would pop in. If you guys want to make any last minute chat before you head off, it's up to you.
Marco.
Polo.
Hey, Pip.
Okay, we're all good. Zane, I'll fix your shoulder when we pull over. I've popped my shoulder before. It's painful, but I can fix it.
Oh!
Really? You pansy. Come on.
Ow, 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 ow.
Driving off.
Sweet. So you talked about popping his shoulder in, but you haven't popped it in, right?
No, do it when we...
Do it later on.
Yeah, later on. I don't want to be doing it. There's these people
Sweet.
watching.
No worries. So you get in the car and head off with the rear windshield, the back window of the vehicle broken. And the rest of it seems to be up and running fairly well. There's not much dents or anything on the car like that. That didn't take more than a shot through the window. The vehicle moves on. Are you still heading towards the Granger Museum?
You said it was 2:30 in the morning?
Correct. It would be getting close to 3 now with the tyre change. People, so 3 o'clock in the morning, got a couple of hours till daylight.
Well, it was her residence as well. So, yeah, we'd go there because we'd probably be able to stay the night there. Well, day, night thing.
Okay. I'll say it doesn't take you long to get there because there's only a block or 2 away from where this attack happened. Within a mere 5 minutes at best, with a little bit of traffic, some lights, you're able to pull up at the front of the Granger Museum. I will get all 4 of you, assuming you're looking out the window at the museum, to give me an intelligence awareness roll, please. If you don't want to because your hunger dice are high, that is quite all right. You can just sit in the car.
So you've got to get 2 of the crit unks to actually class as a crit, right?
Correct. You have to have the 2 unks with the stars next to them.
Damn, that just makes that a 4.
Okay.
Then
Aaron, as you pulling up near the Granger, you notice it. Did anyone else roll?
5.
5. Beautiful. Everyone's noticing everything tonight. Zane, what did you get? 1. Did you get any failures on those blood dice, those hunger dice, Zane? So not
You're
angst.
muted. You're muted.
Muted, brother.
Okay, so that's a bad dice pool. Anyway, yeah, I got a face on one of them. The rest are blank, and the 2 black ones I got successes.
Okay, so as long as you got successes, that's fine. You're not going to.
So it's 2.
All right. So you only needed 2 for success. That's fine. Echo, did you make the roll, or were you happy to?
I was gonna make the roll, but I got shot in the neck. Yeah, you said.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm probably not having a good day. I don't really want to
So you
look. No.
just sitting there contemplating your wounds. So the rest of you pick up on the high amount of guard. 2 police vehicles at the front of the Granger Museum. At the front, there are at least 4 officers talking to 3 different sets of guards. When I say sets, there's 2 guards talking to 1 officer, 2 guards talking to 1 more officer, and 2 guards talking to the last 2 officers at the front of the steps. Further up the steps is another 2 guards at the door, and you can see patrolling guards around the building. Something has changed, Zane, since you were last here. It was only the 2 guards at the door and the roaming guards. With that high roll, Pip and Aaron, you would guess that they know something is not right. You don't know what? Did the bikers come this way? Who knows? All you know is the guard activity has stepped up. You are still in the car, I believe.
Mrs. Monroe,
Yeah.
I want to go home.
Yeah. Well. What are we? Are we here? We're here. We're here.
Yeah.
yeah, we're here.
Just to point out, that's not normal.
What's
There's
that?
Really,
Yeah.
the 3 police cars normal.
3 police cars, the multiple guards. Yeah, it wasn't like that last time I hear.
One of you go up and ask what's going on. There's no harm in asking what's going on, is there?
Well, the sneaky ones could actually probably walk up and overhear what's going on.
Shoulder first, maybe. Ow!
I could do it, but yeah. It's
Okay,
risky.
You get out. This is going to hurt.
You're a lot more than me.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay.
So when Zane gets out, I'm going to find a little stick. I'm going to shove it in his mouth and say, bite down on this. And then I'm going to proceed to pop his shoulder back in.
All right. So you've done this to yourself, you've said before. You're trying to pop it back in for him. So it's medicine. It's your choice of intelligence, wits, or resolve.
I was thinking more strength.
You were thinking strength? Okay, we
Yep.
can do that. We can cross a physical and a mental. I would say go for it. Strength medicine. With those dirty little blood dice in there. Zane, I want you to give me a stamina. Man, I would say stamina survival. I don't even really know for this one, to be honest. Stamina something, but I'm going to say survival. If you can think of anything better, go for gold. You're bracing yourself for pain, so.
Yep, 3 blood die. Of course I am. Okay, so 1 blank, 2 successes.
All right. So, what did you get, Aaron?
I got a critical success. So
Critical
4.
success. Nice. Okay, so Aaron's definitely done this before, Zane. It's quick, ruthless, and it hurts like hell. But because of your successes, it hurts like hell for about 2 seconds. And lucky being kindred, you guys, this is a normal mortal injury. This is not a acid round or the grenade that just went off 10 minutes ago. It hurts like hell for a second. You take no more damage, and it is popped in. Sweet. It feels normal. You sort of wriggle it around, other than a bit of lingering pain. And anyone who's had their arm pulled out of socket knows there's a bit of lingering aching, especially the day following. Otherwise, it feels pretty good. You'll probably come off better than most humans.
All right, so with that being said, I'll use Unseen Passage and go listen to what I can see. Yeah.
So
all
just
that.
for a visual, you guys are parked across the street from the Granger Museum. There's streetlights here. There's minimal people on the street, but there are the police and the guards across the road. So to Unseen Passage, you need to do it out of the viewpoint of anyone.
Yeah, I would
How-
have done that.
Ducking behind the car, using a tree. What's your plan?
I'm going behind the car. It'd be nice and high. And
It is
cover
a
me.
Jeep, so we'll do
Yeah.
that. So, Zane with Unseen Passage. You need to make a rouse check. What was your hunger at again?
Oh. 4.
So, activating Unseen Passage, you need to make a rouse check, my friend. Rouse check is a single blood die. All you need is a success. You don't want a blank and you don't want a skull.
That makes it 5 blood now, does it?
If you rolled a failure, that is correct. Was it a skull or was it a fail?
A fail.
Okay. So you are in the same boat as what Echo was, only momentarily. You've hit frenzy. How many unspent willpower do you have left? So that's willpower you haven't used. I don't know if you've used any. I think you're pretty good.
I haven't used any willpower.
So whatever your willpower track is, unmarked,
The unmarked ones. Yeah.
Yeah. you need to roll that many dice. No blood dice needed, but you need to roll that to fight this frenzy. And I'm going to tell you what you need. You're going to need 3 successes because there is a truckload of humans over there, cops, a couple of guards. Some of them are kindred. If you fail this, you are heading straight there for feeding time because they are the closest human beings, the closest source of blood. So roll those dice, my friend.
So what do they need?
You need 3 successes on 5 dice.
Guess I'm heading straight there then. I got 1 success, 1 critical, and all the others are blank.
Okay.
That's out of 8 of the bastards.
So this is Echo, Pip, and Aaron. This is what you see. Zane walks behind the vehicle out of sight for a second. You can't see him for a split second or so because obviously he's trying to hide. And then he just reappears in front of the car, his eyes completely locked on the cops, and he just quick paces straight towards them. You can react.
Aaron.
Echo, you know this look.
Aaron is going to go for the cop.
Yeah, I'd run. Wait a minute. First, I'd say, do you have any bags? And then I'd run to acquire one wayward soul.
They smell so good though.
So,
Just a taste. That's all I need. Just a taste.
Pip, what are you doing at this stage?
Pip would get out of the car and jump on Zane's back like he did last time. I want to go home. I want to go home.
But that tastes better. I need a drink.
So
I
Aaron,
want-
what were you grabbing? A bag for?
Yeah, I'd just say, do we have a blood bag to everyone that's around us, and then head for Zane to grab him before he
Okay.
actually gets to the people and starts eating.
So I would imagine, and no one has mentioned to me about carrying blood bags except for Zane on occasion, but on this occasion he came to the party with 0. Zilch, nada. I believe he had a cell phone on him and that was it. Correct me if I'm wrong, Zane.
Nah, that's all I had.
And I believe everyone else came pretty scamp as well. So there is no blood bags, Aaron. You're making a run for Zane. Zane, you're hungry. So it's going to be a chase. We're getting good here. For those who are chasing down Zane. Give me the old dexterity athletics face off. Zane, if you roll higher than Aaron, you're quicker than him. Aaron, it's up to you if you're using any extra abilities. Zane, it's also up to you if you're using any extra abilities. However, under frenzy, I would imagine you're beelining those officers and guards.
I'm going to rouse my blood because I know this is a situation that kind of results that.
Yep.
Which means I get an extra dice on this next one.
It's an extra, I believe it's an extra 2 die, but you need to make the rouse check.
Yeah, I failed that, so I'm a little bit more hungrier.
So you're all right because you're only at 2 hunger now.
Yeah.
But you feel that beast well within you. You can smell what Zane's going for. There's a number of humans over there, but you're in control at the moment. You can add an extra 2 to your dice pool. Zane.
Yes.
Dexterity athletics, roll it for me. You don't even.
Do you really want me to roll? Really?
you must. You must try. If you're trying to outrun Aaron to get to your feed, which you're not even. You're running to your feed, so just give me that roll.
Okay, so I've got a face and a success.
All right, Aaron.
Okay, after I've spent a willpower, I got 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, so that willpower allows you to re-roll up to 3 of those dice, but 7 is more than enough with Zane's single success of the skull. At this point, Zane, you're just beelining them, and Aaron, you can describe how you grab him and take him. It's up to you.
I'd probably run up, tackle him from the side, and then throw him on my shoulder and head back towards the car.
But it smells so good. Can't you smell that? It's really good.
Yeah, it's not that good. Come on, trust me.
Yep. Nope. I need it. Want it. Give it.
Yeah.
Strength
Echo's got
versus
some blood.
Sorry, strength versus strength as he's fighting you.
Ooh, success. Awesome.
1 success.
No, 2 successes.
2.
2 dice.
Hey, looking good.
Doesn't beat my 3.
Doesn't beat his 3. Aaron, you've grabbed him. You are pulling him to the car.
Yeah, I'll throw him on my shoulder and take him to the car.
Right, getting in the car. As you're loading him into the car, a shot rings out from across the street. Boom! Right in front of the cop car. Toom! Through the bonnet. Some smoke or steam pouring out. The cops all look your way as you're getting into the vehicle. They spot you all shoving, well, Aaron shoving Zane into a car. Echo, you and Pip still both in the vehicle. They're headed your way across the street. It's double laned on either side, and there's a garden across the center of the street, and 2 cops are coming your way right now. What is happening?
Shit. I'm gonna act. Is awe free? I'm gonna activate awe with my bloody neck and shit going on. I'm like, okay, that's what I'm gonna do.
All right, aura's up as Aaron, you're loading Zane back into the shotgun seat. Anything else you guys want to do before the cops get there? You got about 5 seconds.
I would be securing Zane so that he can't do anything stupid to the police officers that are coming.
Like get out of the car as I get put back in.
Yeah, he's fighting you, so if you're trying to get out, he's fighting you back in. Okay. Securing Zane. I imagine you're chucking the seatbelt around him.
Yeah, I'd probably, be using the seatbelt as a improvised bondage device for Zane.
Righto. No problem. Okay. So we're going to resolve this. The cops come over, 2 of them. The guards stay where they are, talking to the other police officers. There's 2 cops. One of them calls from behind. Before he gets to the car, is Aaron, are you leaning in the passenger door with Zane, or did you sort of chuck him in and go around to the driver's side?
If I was throwing him in the passenger side, I'd be on the passenger side throwing him in, not trying to get him over the driver's side to the passenger.
So I've just noticed something in chat here because I just flipped pages. VTM chance for Zane, whatever that is. Let's have a look. Does anyone know what a chance is?
Can get a success on a black die, 1 black die, and turn it to success, I think.
Okay, so remember that for your next set of rolls, if you need to make any. The cop says, "Excuse me, what's going on over here?"
Oh, hello. We just came from a masquerade ball. We were one of some of the actors involved. I don't know if you know the new book coming out, Ocean's Embrace.
And you can see both of the cops have their hands on their weapons.
Yeah, so we look a little rough. But we're here to meet Sophie Hall. I do believe she's at the museum.
No, she's not. She was supposed to be at the Ocean's Embrace ball. You can see they are wanting to pull their guns out, but because your aura is active, it's holding them at bay. The other cop says, "Who fired the shot at us? One of you fired the shot."
No, actually, no. We saw it coming from some. We heard the shot. Is everything okay? Should we be worried?
This officer... Oh, you've got aura up, eh? No, ma'am, nothing to be worried about here. Just hop in your car and get out of here before something else happens. There's just been trouble tonight. I can't give you any more information than that. What's wrong with your friend? Says the first one to you, Aaron.
Needs his medication.
Little bite, just a little bite. I just need a little bite.
He's a method actor. He's still in, the
I
zone.
want to go home, Zane.
I just need a little bite.
The cops look to you, Aaron. He's like, he definitely needs something. It might pay to get out of here. I think there's gunshots, and they pull their guns and they're looking at the buildings and things now, and they're backing away. Move on.
That's our plan, officer. Echo, do you want to drive? Please?
No, I don't want to drive. You're in the front. Go.
Okay, I'll drive. And head towards our previous haven because I think there's blood there for Zane.
Okay. You close the door, start the car, and as you begin to move forward, you hear another shot ring out. And as one of the police officers is sort of backing away, you see he drops his gun and his hand is split from a bullet. The second cop aims his gun at the car and says, "Freeze!" as you're pulling off. You carry on driving.
They think it's us.
Yeah, but that's just stupid. How did we driving away? How the hell did we shoot you? Out the window.
Are you yelling it out the window?
Oh, by the way, I've still got Dingo active. Eyes of the Beast. And
yes.
I'm going to be trying to, instill some fear into him that it's not us, it's coming from somewhere else.
Okay, so give me your choice, but you want to do more of an intimidation, I imagine. So either charisma or intimidation or manipulation. No, he's not manipulating. Charisma or intimidation. And because you've got Eyes of the Beast up, you can add extra 2 dice to your pool. Not Eyes of the Beast, the other one, whatever it was.
Yeah, it's Eyes of the Beast. So that is 4 successes.
Because you're calling this out the window as you're accelerating off, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. you could turn your head and do that. I would say he's shouting out the window. 4 successes. He doesn't have that big of a dice pool. He does not get enough. You feel like maybe your message got through as the gun stops aiming at the car and they're scanning the buildings again. One's grabbing his hand, calling as you drive off. You manage to get away from the street. Okay, in the car, on the road again.
Yeah, I've got a feeling that tonight's not our night, man.
I made a call so they could distract, so we could get in there. I'd hate to waste it.
Okay. Is there a back entrance?
Zane? Muted?
He's muted, and at the same time, he's not as useful because of the fact that he is currently wanting to eat anything with.
There's
a
food
heartbeat.
back there. Oh, there goes food. There's
Zane, is
another
there a
food.
back entrance? I'm sure there's blood inside.
Don't think he's talking to us anymore.
I don't know if he's muted still.
Food. Just one food. There goes some food. Can we have that one? Or what about that one? Look, there's a whole bunch there.
Apparently, he's delirious too because he's pointing at nothing.
Pip's going to lean over the back of Zane's chair. Remind you, Mr. Riviera, to behave yourself.
You know what? Maybe it isn't our night.
Behave myself?
I want to go home. It's home time now.
I'm going to text Arturo that we could not get in and that I will try again later, unless he wants to.
You would get a reply text pretty quickly from not himself, but one of his servants saying, impossible mission, it seems anyway. We are unable to get our people to give you cover at this point. Meanwhile, Zane, while this driving's going on, I want you to make one more willpower check, please. He's picking his dice out. I believe that's a 4. You're holding that frenzy back as best you can. You know you want to eat, and it's everything you can do to stop from kicking the window out or kicking the door out and getting out of there. As you guys drive off, where are you driving to? Because we're about to finish up. I need to know where you're headed.
The Haven.
The Join Haven. All right.
Yeah.
So you take the vehicle back to the Join Haven, knowing it's about a 15 to 20 minute trip there. Probably lose the rest of the night to do anything more than maybe lick your wounds. So that is us tonight. As we end our Wednesday evening, Thursday morning, we will come back next Sunday for Thursday, which sounds really weird to say. We'll come back next Sunday for Thursday, for the continuation of this game, which will begin on a Thursday evening. Meeting our coterie and finding out what's actually going on. Thank you, players. Evil, you can jump back and stream if you like. We will do around the table, as is commonly done here, where we get our players and storytellers' favourite moments of the night. I haven't had much time to write anything down other than my own notes, so this will be interesting.
Indeed. Congrats, everyone. Another great show. Awesome RP. So, storyteller, take us away. Favourite moments.
Yeah, so Evil, I'll leave you till last because you're the blank face on the screen at the moment, which means you might have a good bunch up your sleeve. So
Not really.
We'll start. No, Pip will start with you.
The play, man, that just took me by surprise, and I was just like, holy hell. And then everything just went pear-shaped, and then Zane sticking his arm out and stopping the. I'm like, that's not going to end well, but it was good.
Awesome. Zane.
Something that was said in chat from Yanti. about the steak.
Oh, what was that?
Oh,
I
yes.
don't watch a lot of the chat.
Yeah,
I said I've gone into a frenzy, and Aaron's holding up a steak.
All right.
I did see that. That was funny.
Awesome. Echo.
Bravo on the NPCs to the storyteller, but Zane, very good tonight. You were a lot more RP tonight, so bravo with the frenzy and everything.
Yeah, agreed. And I was going to say Sadiq. Aaron.
Why couldn't tonight just go according to plan?
There's a lot
It's
of things going on. That's
very simple night. We'll just go rob a woman. But no, everything has to go fucking the wrong way.
some dice
Great.
rolls are good. Could have gone worse.
Yeah. It was like I'm sitting there going, oh shit, we got a vampire on the end of it, and she's starting to kill people. I'll shoot at her and kill her. And it's like, would have been nice to know, Echo, that you're actually running a play tonight. Especially after we've just dispatched one person. That
Technically
was
5.
That was good. Yeah, that was a good little twist. And also a nice little twist of our mutual, I'm guessing mutual friend of Echo's actually got to see the whole thing that we just did. I'm assuming she did because what she said to Pip about I just saw the exact same thing happen, but it was all in the dark. And they're going, oh crap, she saw. Maybe. I'll leave that one alone.
All right. So, for me, I mean, all good moments. I don't know. Like I said before, I didn't write much down, but I agree with everyone else about the play. That was a dirty storyteller move. I knew it was planned a while because I knew everyone was going to be in heightened mode. I actually didn't realize you were going to be killing Sophia first, which even made it better because you guys are already excited about that. So I think with the killing and everyone, I was like, oh, this is now. And I was talking about it in the break we had before. It was discussed between Sam and Echo at one stage there. If you watch back through the VODs, I can't remember exactly, but there was a talk of, we might be able to put a bit of a play or something on. I can't remember the exact wording. It was something like that. So it was spoke about, but obviously without the detail, Sam was trying to surprise. So I did love that. I thought it was great. And I think Mina put it in there as well. Yeah, Yanti's face when she realized it was all a play, which when I described the woman come out of the water with straggly red hair, and I was like, oh yeah, they'll get this. It's a giveaway. I'm probably too cheesy. But no, it was funny. But yeah, agreed. The role play from Zane was good tonight. I enjoyed the dislodged arm. Evil, over to you.
Yeah, pretty much exactly what everyone said. The storyteller moment with the play, Yanni's reaction to the whole actor thing is like, oh crap, that could have gone sideways real quick. And the quick recovery, the quick cover up, throwing up of ore and going through, sort of explaining how the making sure that everyone was aware that it was definitely a big thing. Definitely Zane. I expected Zane to potentially lose his arm in that moment, which would be kind of fitting because he's probably only just started to grow. His hands probably only just growing back, kind of. So it would have been funny if he'd actually lost his arm completely. But yeah, Zane stepping up and getting involved, a little bit more physicality was something that we've not seen from him yet, and just the overall shit going sideways, I think.
Yeah.
Started out so well. They succeeded in their plan to remove Sophia Hall, following through on the plan to get the sword and being attacked, and then obviously the consequences at the museum as well. And JJ puts in Pip yelling, "I want to go home," for pretty much the whole last half.
And look, well done to the players too for
100%.
frenzy compulsions too. I forgot to mention that. Like I said, I hadn't had much of a chance to write things down tonight, but getting into a frenzy and having to do what I tell you pretty much is a tough thing to do. But you guys role played that well as well, both of you, or all of you.
The only thing we have to double check is our
Deek's the only one who didn't have to
willpower
do it yet.
pools, because Zane, I think your willpower pool cannot be 8.
We can check it. It's
Yeah,
fine. We can
it's
check it.
based on your humanity as well. So double check that you've got those correct before rolling them.
Either way, he didn't roll so well the first time round.
No,
So
no. So
make any
kind of.
difference.
I think for you, what's your humanity, Zane?
Hang on,
Magic says if you-
7.
Oh
Seven.
no, yours might be higher. So you might
It's pretty
have
high,
a 6 or 7 on
I
your willpower.
I have 2 used willpower, and the rest are all blank.
Because
Yeah,
magic,
we'll check.
humanity 6 you said was 5 willpower, I believe. Just need to double check that we have those correct, just for future reference.
We can check it for next game.
Yeah.
No hassle.
I mean, if your humanity is that high, then you probably are right. Ash.
But it's
I
good.
don't know.
Thank you, everyone.
We're all fairly new to it, so it's kind of making sure we have those particular things correct. Relatively important.
When they bring out that digital platform, make it nice and easy for us.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to that. So those that haven't heard of this, I mean, those that are into Vampire Masquerade, I'm quite certain have definitely seen the information based on the new Nexus World of Darkness digital toolset that is in development at the moment, due to release March next year. So you can sign up now, sign up to their mailer and get information as it's given out, and keep it on the YouTube, obviously, because they're putting some stuff up there. I watched a couple of YouTube videos on it today, and it looks very interesting indeed. Very similar to D&D Beyond, from what I understand. So, yes, Mr. B. Dave Walters, trailer, definitely.
One of my favourite role players to watch.
Oh, he's
Mr.
amazing.
Dave.
I enjoy his role play, and I enjoy his storytelling and DMing too, because he DMs some D&D stuff as well. Very cool indeed. So. That is it for us this evening. Obviously, we will see you guys back here Wednesday for some more D&D and Curse of Strahd. I'll be back tomorrow doing some more New World stuff, and probably Thursday as well. So we'll hope to see you guys hanging out in the chat. Then we should probably raid. And what do we got here? Who's on tonight? Too many. Aussie Dev for us playing Pokemon. Christ. I don't really have anyone on, guys. Anyone else have someone we could raid? Like a suggestion in the chat. Go raid to them. I don't really have anyone else that's actually doing anything D&D wise or tabletop RPG.
I'll have to bid farewell. I have really started the morning
problem.
team, so thanks everyone for joining
Cheers,
again.
Baz. Cheers for the story once
Really
again.
fair
Great storytelling.
Hopefully we'll see Magic next week, and we might even see Mr. Chicken.
Maybe. Definitely
Right.
keep an eye out for that. Cheers, guys.
See you guys.
No one's got any suggestions. Well, I think we'll just end it then. I'll just host somebody. I don't really have. I'll just probably host up Big Germ or something. Not really raid worthy, but we'll give him a host. All right, guys. We will see you tomorrow. Take care.